anything can be art. It's just the way you express yourself.
Hey guys, you're listening to Andreas Talks Art. He's like super sexy and he's so hot all the time. Andreas Kramer, put a shirt on already, damn.
And this is Andreas Talks Art. Each episode we'll be sitting down with various artists discovering the triumphs and failures of their creative pursuit. As always, leave me a review, let me know how I'm doing. And if you enjoyed this episode, share with one of your friends. Let's do this thing.
Yo, what is up? We are back with another episode of Andreas Talks Art, and today, we have a special guest on, the one and only Reina Luna. And today I sat down and talked with her all about her art and her process. So let's get to it and talk some art.
I've always been into art.
Since you were a kid?
Yeah. I've always just loved art. Like, art was just since school always, like, separated art as its own class.
Yeah.
Like, that was always my favorite.
Yeah.
Anything creative, even in class, if we were just going to color on something, like, or cut some piece of paper or whatever, like, that was just so much fun. Like, I always loved art.
What about the creative part of, like, cutting up and making stuff?
I don't know. I think just like making something with your hands, that's what's fun.
Yeah. Just like
the rest of the classes were like, know this and know that and know this and know that, but art was just, there is technique too, but I think it was the hands-on thing that I really liked.
Yeah,
it wasn't just like read this and like write down stuff. It was
right.
Use these tools to make something, and everyone's is going to come out different even if we follow the same instructions. It's not like a math problem where you come to the same result. Even math in its own way is art, because you can find the same answer solving it completely different. So that can be, for someone, like, whoa, super fun. But my brain doesn't work like that.
There's no specific answer.
Yeah. But also, like, there's like art teachers who want it to be like specific. I never had those type. I had one or two that were weird, but they're all weird. I don't know what I'm saying.
Right. Like, all artists are kind of weird, you know?
Like, yeah.
Yeah. And there's like different styles of art, like realism versus abstract. So you'd say you do more abstract art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I guess, did you always consider yourself an artist, or was that something, do you consider yourself an artist now?
Yeah, for sure.
So what caused that shift?
I think it was just the care that I put into the art that I was making.
Yeah.
Like, not necessarily the care, but like, before I would just do art when, like, I felt like it, and I still do, but now I feel like I must do art. Like, I don't know, I feel like I must do art. And before it was just like once in a while I would sporadically like find myself doodling in the sketchbook or not sketchbook, or maybe sketchbook, but like in class, just covering my journals in flowers and bullshit and whatever, you know. That was me all the time. So I never considered myself an artist because, like, I wasn't actually going out and buying, like, supplies just for fun to create.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, I'm just here and wasting time and drawing, kind. Or I was in class and that was the project, or maybe I was at home and I just pulled out some paper and wanted to do something. But until I, like, went out and purchased, like, everything I thought I needed.
Yeah.
And actually started to, like, create from there, then that's when I started to feel like I was actually an artist.
So it's like a mindset shift.
Yeah, for sure.
Was it a escape for you at first? Or why were you just doodling at first?
I just, actually, it was like Bob Ross when he came out on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like, that was, like, popular, so I started watching that, and I was like, that looks really fun. I haven't painted in a really long time, so, like, kind of want to try that. So I think, I don't remember if I had some paint or what. I probably did, but I got, like, I have some sketchbooks and stuff here and there, because I did like art, but I didn't have, like, a whole set of brushes and everything, right? And so I just used my supplies that I had, and I was really, like, surprised with how my little Bob Ross tutorial came out. I was like, wow, that's actually not that bad. I actually really enjoyed this, and maybe if I invested some actual, like, time, money, and energy into this, I could maybe make something awesome, like, you know, that I really, really love. And so, like, actually, like, right after that, I was like, okay, let's go to the store, and I just bought everything at once. Like, I got,
what'd you get?
I got my easel. I got my easel. I got a bunch of canvases. I got a bunch of paint. I got a whole set of, like, brushes. And I got, like, a little thing to clean my brushes, and, like, I just got stuff that I didn't even know what it was. I was like, ooh, yeah. You know, like, I just got everything I thought, and that's what I did after that. And
so having all the materials definitely, like, ingrained that you were able to, like, create more and have the proper tools to create, and then like actually follow along with Bob Ross, because he has, like,
I wanted
all
to
different
have
kinds of styles of brushes.
I wanted to have, like, some of the stuff that he had, because how am I going to make that tree without that brush? That was my mindset, right? So I was like, I need to have, like, at least some of the basic things: white paint, black paint, you know, blue, red,
white,
green,
black,
like, all those things, just, like, the basic. Let's just start, and, like, you know, that's kind of what I did. And so
after getting all that, how important were the tools to making the art?
So, like, at first, I don't really remember too well now how I went down, but I think I just kind of was like, I didn't really think about it. I was kind of just like, I have all this stuff and I want to paint, and I just put some paint on and grabbed a random paintbrush and just started doing whatever I wanted. So that was, like, interesting, like, learning types of brushes, what kind of stroke does this and that, and for what I want. But it was, like, really interesting because I didn't have any direction at some point, like, in my pieces. I don't know. I feel like I haven't done too many pieces where I, like, follow tutorials and have to use some type of brush, or, like, for the most part, I've been doing art that just kind of no rules, if you can say.
No rules.
Like, you can use any brush or any stroke or, like, any color, like, kind of thing. But
is there something you're trying to achieve with those pieces you're making, or are you just making them to make them?
So no, like, I have one piece in mind specifically, like that one up in the corner. That was, like, that was just my first, like, piece that I just was like, took so much time on and didn't have any direction. Literally months.
So much time.
And months and months. Because I started it during quarantine.
Yeah.
And like, it could have been done a long time ago, but I just kept adding more and more and more and more and more. And once you add more, you have to add more to fix the more that you added. And I don't know, that's just how it felt. And that piece was crazy. Like, I forgot your question.
How do you know when to stop on a piece like that when you just keep adding to it?
Sometimes you have to ask people, does this look done?
Yeah.
But which was cool because I was asking people, like, and it was a whole process, because it's cool when you do art with other people. Like, sometimes I live stream my art, and so they'll see the piece transform with me.
Right.
And like, after a while, they'll look at you and they'll be like, you're still working on that? Like, you know, like, it's not done. And you're just like, no, I have so much more to add here and there. And they're always like, they always seem to really like the end result though. Like, but they always, yeah, like, I don't know, I ask them, like, does it look done? But I know when it's done. You just know when it's done because you feel satisfied with it.
Yeah.
You just feel like complete.
It's just a feeling.
Yeah, it's just a feeling you have.
Yeah, there's no, like, because you said there's no direction, so you just have to keep adding until you just feel okay with it. Mm-hmm. Feel okay with either, like, I don't know, like, what image you're making, or like, just like, what does that even mean to feel okay with it? Like,
yeah, I just like just looking at it and feeling content with knowing that no more will be added.
Yeah.
And it's gonna stay like that forever.
Right.
That's okay. But if you feel like, oh, that thing is gonna be like, you gotta just do it. You know, but when you can look at it and just be like, it's ready to be hung up on the wall.
Yeah.
And maybe you get to that point where you feel like it's ready to be hung up on the wall, and you hang it up on the wall, and you're like, I could see a million more things I should have done. But you either leave, I just leave it at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, well, next time I can try like that, doing that on the next canvas.
On
but
the next piece.
That piece just gonna stay like that. Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah.
That's how I felt about that one. I loved it. I thought it was done, but once I hung it up, I was like, oh, I could have cleaned that up, and it's like, whatever.
There's like always more to be done. That's like the constant, because there's never like a perfect stroke, and that's what makes art cool, you know, is it's not perfect, but there's also that part within you as the artist. You want to have it feel perfect to you almost, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm wondering, you started feeling like you were an artist after following Bob Ross and probably like doing a landscape painting or something.
Oh God.
Something realistic?
Okay, no. It's actually a dribble piece. It was like, I just like, honestly, I couldn't even tell you, because I wasn't really doing like the Bob Ross ones on an actual canvas. I think I was using like some type of like pad. It was just ridiculous, right? So once I got to all this stuff and I have everything I'm doing, Bob Ross is out the window. I wasn't even following his tutorial. I didn't even use them anymore. I just was like, I want to do whatever I want. And now recently I've started like watching tutorials and stuff now. I'm like, it's interesting to see how they do it and stuff, because I'm like, some things I want to do and I have no idea where to start, and it's really cool to see how they start and stuff, and like use your own like way through that.
Yeah.
I don't know, like take what you want.
Yeah.
It's not everything that they do I think is like what I want to do, but a lot of it is like really cool.
Yeah.
It just depends. Like,
take some inspiration from it and make it your own.
Yeah. So
how did you get into abstract art?
I think for me, it was just such much more like, relaxing and freeing to just do whatever I felt like. And it doesn't have to make sense, and it doesn't have to look like what it's supposed to be, because I'm just doing what my hand just wants to do, like, stuff. I don't know. Like,
did anyone inspire you, or did it feel natural to you?
It was way more natural. I don't think I definitely, once I got older, like, I thought there was like Andy Warhol, he's really cool and stuff. Like, there's so many artists that are abstract that I do feel inspired by, but I feel like it was just natural for sure. Like, it was just like the thing I leaned towards, rather than, because I actually do really enjoy doing realism, but it's a lot more logical for me, and it takes more of my mind than abstract art is more of just like a relaxing, like, it's not, I don't have to think. I don't have to try.
Right.
Rather than trying, which I love to do that too, but not all the time. Just when I feel like it.
So it's more logical. You have to think about it more. Does it feel less like an art because of that?
Not at all.
No?
Not at all. But it could be more stressful.
Yeah.
It could be more of a pain because it's not what it needs to be. Because I have so much expectation and what I want it to look like. And I have an end result.
Yeah.
As to abstract is just flow. I don't know what it's going to end up like, you know?
So do you get stressed out ever making abstract art?
No.
It's all easygoing.
Because even when I fuck up, I'm like, okay, like, that's just added something so much more unique to the piece. And by fuck up, I mean, like, because even with abstract art, it's flowy and stuff, but you still have like a rhythm that you're going towards. Like, you still have like a flow to it. I don't know. It is random, but...
What do you mean by a rhythm or a flow?
Like all this stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know. If I just took like a big black stroke and went, that would dramatically change the wall.
Yeah.
So like that would be a fuck up because it's not flowing with the wall.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that could be so satisfying to look at. The fuck up, right?
Right.
So that's what I mean with abstracts. Like, I don't ever feel like stressed or anything.
So how do you get yourself to like fuck up a piece, an abstract piece?
Oh, because you pour too much paint on like your canvas or something and it dribbled in the wrong place that you didn't want. I don't know.
So it's all
super random.
It's all accidental. It's never intentional.
No. Yeah, it's always like an accident. Like, oh, I didn't, like, I am moving my paintbrush and I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to do that, but it's on there now.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. Just like random.
And then once that happens, like where's your mind go? Do you try and like make sense of it, or do you just let it be, or?
Well, sometimes I just let it be and like move on, whatever. Or sometimes I'll try to fix it.
Yeah.
So I'll like, I think it doesn't look pleasant, so I'll do stuff around it or to it to make it more appealing to my eye.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So within the like lifetime of a piece, from the start to the finish, what's the most challenging part for you?
Definitely the beginning. Well, when it's like realism, definitely the beginning. Or
why is that?
Well, because like the beginning is the foundation.
Yeah.
So if you don't have the foundation on right, no matter how many layers you put, it's like it could be never ending.
Yeah.
If you just had that one foundation set, then you're good to go. But like if you don't, then it could be months until you get to that layer that you're looking for. It really can. But really, you don't need much paint. You really don't need much paint at all. That's the thing, is like, if you just get the first layer on, then you can literally add the most simple paint, or you can even go to extreme and add like a lot of paint and make it, it's just like, but when you don't have it right from the beginning, you can end up with a lot more than you wanted. Yeah, just trying to fix it or whatever. Yeah.
So you have to like really get like the sketch right in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then once you have that, you just go to like solid basic colors to kind of fill it in. Yeah. And then add all the details.
Yeah.
So, okay. So what about with abstract? What's the hardest part in that?
Maybe just like finding finding that you like it.
Yeah.
Or like, because I can make anything abstract. I can literally just draw a line or two and call it a day. But like, if I don't feel like I'm looking at something that I am like actually enjoying to look at, or maybe not even enjoying, but I don't know, you just have to like feel satisfied with it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard to find that satisfaction.
Sometimes not.
Sometimes it comes easy.
Like sometimes I look at it and I really like it, and I've been working on it and stuff, but I look at it and I think it's really nice. And then other times I just confused by my own work and I don't know, like, I don't want this to be done.
Yeah. What do you mean confused by it? Confused just that you made it?
No, not that I made it, but I don't know what I'm looking at, or like even how I feel about it.
Yeah.
It's just, it kind of just looks like a mess almost. but then it's like, it changes all the time, because you can take a break from looking at something, come back to it the next day and see it completely different than you did. That doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes the piece just stays ugly. You just have to add more paint or do something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So where do you get your inspiration from for your art?
I get my inspiration from like my life, just living. I'm inspired all the time. Just like nature. I love nature.
Yeah.
But then also like a lot of social media has inspired me, just by like the stuff that I'll see on there. I won't even try to make it look like that. Or like, I'll just really like something.
Yeah.
And then I'll do my version. It's completely different.
Yeah.
But their piece was what inspired it or whatever. But then just, I guess, yeah, just life, really.
Just like things you see, things that happen to you, things you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is there anything you're trying to like say with your art, or any like messages you're trying to get out of it?
Really, I'm just expressing myself.
Yeah.
On the canvas. It's just for myself, honestly. Like, I'm just doing art for myself because I find pleasure in it and like I have fun doing it. And I'm not gonna do it if I'm not having fun.
Yeah.
So it's just what you would call a hobby. It's just a hobby. Like,
yeah.
I don't play basketball to send like a message.
Right.
Like, I just play basketball because I have fun playing basketball. I like to dribble the ball, and I really find satisfaction when I make a hoop, when I make it in the hoop. It's the same with my art. Like, Not to say that I don't, because every piece, I feel like every piece has its own meaning.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so special, is like, it all holds meaning, yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm just doing it because it's fun.
So, like, individually, like, maybe there's some meaning, but overall, it's just for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
But you also like to, like, share your art, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it was, like, for somebody, or, like, what do you mean, share my art?
Well, I guess, like give it to people, but also just...
Like, on social media?
On social media.
Oh, well, yeah, so... it's because my brain was just thinking strictly like canvases, but I do love to make all sorts of art. Like chalk is one of my favorites. That one.
Why is that your favorite?
Because I usually do it in a public place.
You like that?
Yes, that's actually like going to your question. Like, but I never really think about it like. What do I want to like say to the world? I don't ever think about it like that, but I do think about it in terms of people will see this, and this is technically like a message that I'm leaving here. Mm-hmm. And I don't like, sometimes I'll write things purposefully, but for the most part, it's the same thing. I'm just having fun doing it.
Yeah.
But I am, at the back of my mind, like, doing it for someone else to enjoy.
You like the fact that it's, like, in some place where people can see it.
I want people to enjoy it, yeah.
As opposed to, like, this here
it's
in
just
your
for
room.
me, yeah. Yeah.
Right. So, I guess with that, like, what about other people? You want them to like just enjoy it and like maybe like brighten up their day, right? They're going through the park and they see like a little chalk drawing.
Yeah, because for me personally, when I'm just living and just living literally and I see art, it just makes me happy.
Yeah.
It just makes me happy. I love colors, I love patterns, I love textures, I love it all. And when I see that, it just brings me like, I don't know, it's specifically my type of art, because there's so much type of art, but specifically my type of art, which is colorful, it's in your face, it's crazy, you can't ignore it, and you can't just like not notice it. It's so flashy and jazzy, like I said, you know. So yeah, that really makes me like, I don't know, when I just look at something and I'm like, what am I looking at? This is so cool. Like, I just love that. And if other people could look at it and get some type of thing from it, even if they hate it, because like that's cool too, you know.
That's cool.
Even if they hate it, that's cool too.
Well, why is that cool?
Because it's making them feel something. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it makes you feel something, that's cool. Like, does a brick wall make you feel something? Sometimes.
Depends on the brick wall.
It depends on the day. But, you know, like, colors always make you feel stuff.
Yeah.
Shapes always make you feel stuff. Like, art just makes you feel, you know?
So, yeah, your art's, like, crazy colorful. And, like you said, like, colors make you feel things in different colors, like evoke different emotions. Do you think about that when you're making your art?
Yeah, sometimes. Like today, I was thinking about that with the red on the wall.
Yeah.
I wanted to add more colors, but I don't have that many color selections that work well with this green. A lot of things don't pop on it. So you have to like, I don't know, you have to use very strong colors.
Yeah.
And one of the strong colors that I have a lot of is red. But I wasn't feeling like red, and I wasn't feeling like that. So I didn't want to use it that much. But I still ended up using it, and I really like it actually. But yeah, sometimes I do think about that, like, ooh, this is gonna feel too whatever, or I don't know. It's not necessarily, it's not It's not super, super conscious either.
Right.
I think it's more just in the back of my mind. I already know how the color makes me feel, so I already know if I want to choose it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the moment when you're looking at the colors, you know how it feels to you.
Yeah.
So with these chalk pieces, like they're pretty big, right? Mm-hmm. You like put a decent bit of time into them, or like how long do they take?
A few hours, usually like 2 or 3, 4 hours, depending on how big and
Nice.
how much time and everything I want to be there.
Yeah. So it's like pouring right now. Like you don't care if they just get like washed away or.
Oh my gosh, that happens every time.
Yeah.
Literally every time I go. Well, that hasn't happened for the last 2 times, so not every time, but that happens a lot. I'll go and I'll make a piece of chalk and it'll start raining, or like rain right the next day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, whatever.
Is that frustrating or?
No, because I already got a picture of it.
Yeah.
I already got like what I wanted out of it, which was just to spend time making it.
Right.
Whatever happens to it afterwards is whatever. It's gonna get taken down anyways. It does kind of suck a little because less people got to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But the ones who did, they got to enjoy it.
So the fact that like you can't really care about this end product because it's gonna go away, does that change how you make the art compared to like maybe like painting on a canvas?
No. It's more of like what I'm trying to create.
Yeah.
If I'm just doing like abstract chalk, I'm gonna be just as careless or caring as I will be on a canvas. But if I'm doing like specific, which I've never really actually done that, try to do something specific with chalk, like maybe a dinosaur or something.
Dinosaur?
I don't know.
That'd be cool.
I probably would like take as much time and patience with that than as with a canvas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So besides chalk and paint, is there any other art mediums you're into?
I mean, I like clay, but I haven't indulged in that too much.
Yeah.
And
I know you used to do like digital art.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I like to do digital art too. I really like creating, like, I've noticed like landscape type of things. That's really fun for me.
Digitally or?
Yeah, digitally.
Yeah.
I really love working with vectors. So like any type of vector work is really fun for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like super clean compared to your abstract work.
Yes.
And maybe like realistic or like cartoonish, or how would you describe the style?
I would describe it more abstract but realistic. Like cartoon but not cartoon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's yeah, I don't know.
So how's your mindset going into that compared to painting or doing chalk?
Oh, that's completely different.
Yeah.
Well, it's not, but it is, because I have to use way more of my logical brain. And I really like to follow, it depends what I'm doing, but I really like to make it look like clean and like, I don't know, just follow it I like specifics and like get very detailed.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like rulers and everything.
Use rulers.
Actually use rulers.
Whoa.
And guides, and yeah, it gets crazy. It gets crazy.
So is that like uncomfortable doing that?
It can be. It has been recently. It's been really uncomfortable because I haven't been doing it as much.
Yeah.
And like and when people ask you to do something for them and you're like frustrated with yourself because you're not like it's not as easy. It's not easy like what you're trying to do. You're having a hard time.
Right.
That's like, oh, it's the worst because you don't want to let anybody down, but you don't feel like you're good enough to do it, and you can't achieve. You're not going to do them good. You feel like because it's just so frustrating. But then when you're able to flow with it, and you don't feel like it has to be a certain way or anything. Yeah. Then it's like. It's fine. Like I really enjoy it, but when it's just not working out, it's like which for everything, everything that's not working out, you're like. But yeah, I don't know.
Kind of eats away at you. So when you're not flowing with it, how do you deal with that?
I'm a really bad procrastinator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really bad. I'll go back to it, try again. Keep doing that until it either fails or it works out. But like it usually takes a while because I'll just like procrastinate and like not even feel like working on it. But then when you have a deadline, that's the scary part. It's like you have to.
Does that help you or does that make it?
Oh, it helps me because it makes me do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely helps me.
Puts the pressure on.
I need to put a deadline on myself, even when I don't have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just what I should do.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's hard, though, if you're putting it on yourself, because it's also like, once you get that deadline, it's like, I mean, we can push it back a week.
Always put a deadline on me.
Note to self. So you said you like do work for other people or work with other people?
Yeah, sometimes I do like album art for people or just art, graphic art in general for people. People like portraits a lot. I actually love making album art. That's one of my favorite things to do on graphics. Like,
are they like coming to you with ideas, or are they are you coming up with your own ideas for the album art?
So it's different. I have some artists who already have like an image in mind of what they want, very specific, very detailed. And then I have some artists who just love my style of art and just they give me like the basics that they need and tell me to just go crazy with it.
Yeah,
that's my favorite. Shout out to Spank Master Boogie.
Boogie.
I love fucking making album art for him. He's a producer and he always like comes to me and tells me like, I got this that I need done. I trust you, like, and he, every time I finish making a piece for him, I'm just like so obsessed with my art. I can't believe that I made it. That's how I feel every time when I work.
Because you made it for him or what?
No, just because sorry, that sounded bad. That's for every piece of art in general, but like his pieces have been like that because they've taken the most time and effort, like in terms of the actual art itself. Some of the other artists wanted more basic things that were much faster to make, didn't take as much time. But his pieces, especially the last one I did, oh my gosh, in my head it was such mental battles, mental struggles. How am I going to get this to look good and blah, blah, blah. But finally when it was done, it was just this baby that was like, wow, I can't believe I did that. It was really hard. I don't even know how. I probably can't do it again.
Yeah.
Type of stuff. Yeah.
That's probably why it's so satisfying, because you probably couldn't do it again. And also having to go over those mental battles as opposed to the more simplistic ones where it's not a challenge.
I mean, even the simplistic ones can be challenging too, but when it's more simple, less layers and stuff, it's easier to just get it done and feel like, all right, I did it. It's fine. It's not that big a deal. Like, I didn't die. Like, these are the pieces I feel like, oh my God, I want to rip my hair out sometimes. Because I just like,
Yeah. So besides other people coming to you with album art ideas, do you try and challenge yourself in your work? Oh
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I actually started doing that more because I've tried to do like realistic art more with like painting and everything.
That's been a challenge.
Yeah, it's been more challenging just because I want a certain outcome. That's what makes it challenging.
Yeah. That's cool. So I guess along with like creating art for people, you also create art with people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like collaboration on. Is that only digital, or is that only like painting, or do you just do digital collaborations, or? Well,
I've only done like painting collaborations.
Yeah.
I have a friend who sent me like a digital collab that he wanted me to color for him. So he's really good at like making sketches. But that's the piece that I've been having such a hard time, like, just because it's already sketched out. So I have to color it in, but it's just been such a struggle. It's like technical struggle tease. It's not anything creative. It's more just like in technical things, in whatever. Oh my god, getting too excited. It's just like the book stuff that's pissing me off. Yeah.
Gotta like put your head down.
Yeah, that's just like, but
yeah.
If I could get that to work, like, I would just love to be able to do more collaborations, like digitally,
Right.
That'd be dope,
So you do a lot of painting collaborations. How has that changed your mindset, or has it changed your mindset?
Well, it's really like been an eye-opening, like, whoa, it's just really cool to see how other artists do art.
Yeah.
That's been like super awesome and like eye-opening for me, like just seeing their techniques and everything and the way that it works with mine. It's just cool. But
has it affected how you do art?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I find myself trying to like almost follow or mimic what I saw.
Yeah.
Because I liked it and I want to do it on mine.
That's cool. Do you find it easier to work with people or by yourself?
I think it's easier to work with I don't know about easy.
Yeah.
I mean, it just depends what I'm trying to do. If I'm trying to have fun, definitely with other people. If I'm trying to make something specific, then like by myself for sure. Because when I'm by myself completely is when I can like just, I don't know, completely zone out and just let the art flow.
Yeah.
When I'm by myself. When I'm with other people, that happens too, but it's more social for sure. It's like I'm with me too.
Yeah.
When I'm by myself, it's like I'm not even with myself either. Like I am, but it's like I go somewhere else and like the art becomes me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. The art becomes you. You become the art. Intertwined.
Yeah.
That's cool. So I guess with like going back to the chalk, and you trying to like do that to have people see your art, I'm wondering if like now with everything being shut down and people being disconnected, you found other ways to share your art, or if you wanted to find other ways or tried to. You said you stream your art?
Oh yeah. So I started streaming when everything got shut down.
Yeah.
And that's been like really awesome, to be able to share my art on like a platform with people that anybody can access from anywhere around the world. That has actually been like huge impact, I feel like, on my art.
How so?
People really like my art, and that really was like surprising to me. Like that really like blew me away. I was like what? what? Like, I'll stream and like be behind, like, just like this, and like people will always ask about my wall and stuff, and like they always have such nice things to say, and like that really helped, I guess, like give me some type of like confidence in my art, that not just I think it's awesome, but other people think it's awesome too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and there's people who don't like it sometimes too. You know, I get people who question the, like, what's wrong with you? Like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like,
how do you feel about that?
You know, everyone has their own style, and I'm not gonna like everyone's style either.
Right.
You know, I'm not gonna expect you to like it. I know it's extreme and stuff. Like, I like it though. But yeah, it's been really cool just having my art out there and for the world to see, and having so many different people from everywhere resonate with the same thing. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they
everywhere, so like all over the world.
All over the world.
Yeah.
And people just like, they like my art, and they'll ask about, they want to know what you're asking me now. Like, they want to know about my process in my mind, and that's been so interesting to me, that people care and people are interested in it, and like, that's cool. Like, I didn't think people really did, but some people do. It's pretty cool.
Right. I mean, to me, that's a big part of what makes abstract art so interesting to me, as opposed to realistic art is interesting to me, but abstract art has always been just like a little bit more, because things like this, you look at it and it's so crazy and chaotic. Like, you want to understand the person who made this and what they were thinking, because at first glance, like, it makes no sense, but then sometimes you like look at it more and more, and it starts to come together and make sense. But also, like, talking to the person, you know, you get a idea of who they are and what they're about. But that's interesting. So I guess with like the chalk art, you know, other people get to see it, but you never are there for them to appreciate it or understand the feedback.
Right.
And then with streaming, it's live, like right there, right then, as you're creating it.
Yeah, and they've inspired it. A lot of this wall has come from the inspiration, just live streaming and just like literally talking with my friends while I paint. You know, this is Little Sushi Roll right here.
Little Sushi
That's
Roll.
That's my friend, Little Sushi Roll.
Yeah.
We got Little Soup by you over
Little
there.
soup with little lizard in it.
Yeah. We got Molly on the other side. So, like, you know. Oh! This mic just does not want to be with me.
Yeah, the carpet's a little wobbly.
It's okay.
So it's also interesting because with the chalk, the people see the finished product. Maybe some people walk by and watch you doing it, but with the streaming, they're with you the entire time through the entire process, seeing everything happen, seeing the whole piece being created, you know?
Yeah.
And interacting with you the whole time. So you're almost creating it together in a sense.
Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. So like, I guess their input, talking to them is a big part of the inspiration, creating it. Yeah,
definitely.
Have you like noticed your art change from that?
Well, like, when I'm doing it on live stream,
yeah,
I definitely have like a certain flow that comes with like who I'm interacting with that definitely affects what comes out.
So like different people, it'll feel different. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. Sometimes it's like nervous because like you feel on the spot, like if they're watching what you're doing, and like, you know, and then other times it's just like completely natural and you don't even think about it.
Yeah,
it just depends, like, but that's just a mindset thing. That's like definitely also in the beginning was really much more nervous, and that's how it all started. Actually, I was just really nervous to be on live stream because I am not a person who puts myself out there like that, or I wasn't a person who
Why'd
did
you
that.
do it then?
Because I felt like it. I wanted to, but I was really shy. So I couldn't just sit there in the camera and not like have anything to do. I need to do something. What am I just sitting here for?
Yeah.
That's how I felt. So literally that's how it started. I'm like, okay, well, I'm awkward to just sit here and do nothing. I don't know what to talk about, but I'm gonna paint because that's fine. So I just started painting, and that's just how it happened. Like, I was just way too shy to just sit there. So but I was really comfortable painting. So I did that for a while. I would just be painting and painting and painting. I'd stay up for hours, like midnight to like 4 a.m. with my friends, just painting the whole time.
And people are watching, it's just like you just painting.
Yeah.
Not talking, just you painting.
No. Me and my friends.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I like, so where I live stream is YouNow, so you can like guest with other people. So while I'm painting, I have my friends on there like having a whole conversation about like donkeys or whatever the fuck. It could be anything, but I'm there painting and they're just doing their thing.
And you're just doing your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and you can watch whoever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool. And something I've noticed is like art is like really dictated by energy, you know, and like the not just the environment you're in, but everything, the way you're feeling and everything around you.
Yeah.
Whether you're in like the park, like doing chalk, or in your room, like live streaming and having people talk about donkeys, you know, and every little bit changes the energy and the flow of like how you are in your mindset and what you can create. So that's cool. That's just like something I've found like a good way to like really like help push my art is like change the circumstances I create. So that's interesting, like how live streaming did that for you. Yeah. So besides that, is that the only way you've been like sharing your art or like trying to?
Yeah, I have my Instagram where I post like all my art, most all my art.
Is that you just use your Instagram for your art?
No, I mean it's like my personal Instagram, but my personal life is mostly art. Yeah. You know, so that's what I post, but it can be anything. I can post about my dog if I want. I don't care. Yeah.
No constraints.
No, yeah, I can. Yeah, it's fine. I can post a food pic. Food is art.
Yeah, food is like, I mean, everything can be art. Yeah.
But no, and I also have my Etsy page where like I post my like art for sale. So that's like with my Instagram too. But other than that, it's just pretty much just me just chilling. Like, I don't really know. Like I know I want a direction for my art, but at the same time,
what do you mean by a direction?
Like I want my art to be successful in terms of like me being able to like sell my art, have people buy my art. Like, I know I want that to happen, but it's like I kind of also am just like letting it happen if it happens or doesn't happen, kind of thing. I'm not really like trying to make it happen. Like I could be trying to make it happen, but I'm kind of just like putting it there and like allowing it to happen or not. I don't know.
Not trying to force it.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's always changing too. Like how I feel about that. Yeah. Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
I'm just letting it, I don't know, right now I'm just kind of just letting it be there. I just go with how I feel, and sometimes I feel different, and like when I do, I'll make that known.
That's what's up. Yeah. So how's the Etsy page going? Have you been like surprised with that or?
No, it's been just chilling. Like I have my friends who support me, but like other than that, it's just been pretty chilling. Yeah, I actually want to do, it's because I want to do a whole thing with my Etsy page. I want to do more than just art. Like, I have my whole dream catchers that I'm really into, like, and I also want to sell those, and like, it's just like different things that I want to do. So I'm just kind of like, right now it's just like my art, some of my art. But yeah, it's just like, it's just resting.
That's cool.
But it's there.
It's there.
It's there
That's
to wake
all that
up.
matters. You make dream catchers?
Yeah, I make dream catchers.
What do you make them out of?
I make them out of like, what is it called? Like, not beeswax, hemp wick. Mm-hmm. Hemp wick. And just like different what is this called? Like, tulle? No, not
like
tulle.
Twine? Like
twine? No, I don't know.
You made one out of sticks, right?
Oh yeah, I like to make them out of sticks sometimes.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of weird, but like branches, like tree branches. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like to put beads in them, like feathers, basics. Just like sometimes I put pine cones. Pine cones. Oh god. Yeah, I put pine cones on them sometimes.
Whoa, that's crazy.
That's challenging as fuck. I still have to learn how to do it in a good way, because the times I've done it, it's just been out of luck. Like,
you just put anything you find on the ground on them?
If I think it'll look nice. I have one with like dead flowers on it, like roses, and like that one's actually cute, but it's like, it's hard. It's like hard to make stuff like that because it's so easy to just break up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems pretty crazy, especially using like flowers and stuff that's like falling apart. Like,
yeah, that's still a testing process too.
Yeah,
we're still working totally. With that.
I mean, it's all kind of a test in progress, right? Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Well, okay. This has been amazing. I have one more question for you.
Okay.
But before I ask it, where can people follow you? Where can they see your art? Oh. Where can they watch you live stream?
Okay, so you can follow me at Art Luna. Well, it's like ARTT_LUNAA. That's
double
Art.
T double A.
Double T double A. That's my Instagram. You can see my dog and my art. And then I live stream on YouNow. I think it's like younow.com/Reina Luna. That should just pop up my profile. But yeah, I pretty much live stream every other night. Sometimes I don't live stream. Sometimes I just guest with my friends, but I'm still live. So yeah, that's pretty much all the places you can find me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your Etsy's on your Instagram.
Yeah, my Etsy's on my Instagram. I think it's called like Luna Art by Luna or Art something. Sorry, I'm so terrible. I don't even know my name. I know my friends are gonna make fun of me for that.
Nah, they'll find it. They'll find it on the Instagram.
Yes. That's what links are for.
Links.
We're in 2021. Come on.
Yeah. Faux show. Okay. My last question, I'm wondering, what does art mean to you?
That's such a big question for the end.
Yeah.
What does art mean to me? Honestly, art just means expression to me. It's just expression. It's just... yeah, it's just expression. Like, that's such a simple way to put it, but anything can be art. It's just the way you express yourself. Like, that's it.
Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Andreas Talks Art. Don't forget to leave me a review. It helps me improve the show. And if you got anything out of this episode, I'd really appreciate it if you shared it with one of your friends. Till next time, yeah.
Share this with your friends if you liked it. And don't forget to be cool. Peace out.